You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, there are 3,000 of you guys on the line with us this afternoon. What is up? What is up? What is up? How's everybody doing? All right, I just want to tell you guys the little things. Children have a wonderful way of appreciating the little things in life. Our 2-year-old daughter gushes with delight when she discovers that her shirt has a little pretty bow on it. And even my oldest daughter can amuse herself for hours with just some paper and scissors and glue. Who would have thought? So are the lives of children so boring that they are easily excited by trivial things? No, I really don't think so. I think most children lead a fairly complex and interesting life, but they have not yet learned to take things for granted. Children have like a delightful sense of wonder and excitement. Everything has possibilities. A discarded piece of lumber can become a bicycle ramp. A stack of computer printouts can become 100 paper dolls. Children are not burdened with a lot of the preconceived notions. Their minds are very open. They see things in new and exciting ways because they don't know what is supposed to be there. Children are endlessly creative in ways that few adults can even hope to be. It is a shame that this open-mindedness and creativity gradually fade away as children become adults. As we learn more about how the world works, things begin to lose their magic. As we become more logical and educated, we tend to look right past the beauty and wonder that surrounds us all. A big part of maturity is discipline, which puts a damper on the impulsiveness of youth. Discipline is a very necessary thing. We wouldn't want to remain carefree children forever, no. However, like most things, discipline must be balanced with a healthy amount of, how can I say it? Responsibility, I guess. The world doesn't always act the way it should, and there are delightful discoveries to be made by letting go of assumptions. Growing older is inevitable. However, there is nothing that prevents you from maintaining a childlike wonder at the possibilities that do surround you. Look around you and take pleasure in the simple things. It will keep you forever young at heart. That is my word, and word is bond. Take it from me, dini-mussolini.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, it feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos and starseeds, and 2 times for my people who are vegans. We are averaging over 34,000 plus listeners, and we've been at this for 3 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we're still growing, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect. And we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on the show, from Grammy Award-winning artists, nominees, to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors, and aliens. Or people who think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out, to book an interview or just to share a real cool story. email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. And with that, hello out there, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Thank you again, as always, for tuning in and being a part of our audience family. You know the number to dial. It's 701-801-9813 to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in and mix directly from my website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Scroll over to the Vigilantes Radio tab and slap that go live button, and you'll be right here live in the mix with all of us, or in the chat room. So feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here. And as always, all episodes are available for free download. You can grab that from Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, the app called Podcast Addict, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
I don't want to keep a little over 3,000 of you guys waiting any longer. I know it's rush hour for some if you're in the Central Time. Actually, no, you're getting into rush hour if you're in the Central Time. If you're on the East Coast, you're already there. So it's actually a perfect time to listen to the podcast as you commute. Yeah. So I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer, so let's go ahead and dive deep into this interview, shall we? But before we do that, we have to do this.
Are you living with pain? I was, after a nasty fall. I got relief with 1 Hour Pain Relief. I'm Barry Yarconi, president, and here's Lisa, a Marine who was injured in Iraq.
After surviving an explosion, I was on horrible painkillers for lingering head, shoulder, back, and knee pain, but I hated the dangers and side effects. My friend told me about 1 Hour Pain Relief, and now I'm off the drugs.
1 Hour Pain Relief is the result of 15 years of research on an amazing extract from hops, the plant used to flavor beer.
Whether your pain is from an injury or just aging, you get safe, all-day relief in less than 1 hour.
We're so sure you'll love 1 Hour Pain Relief, too, that we'll send you a 1-week trial for just a small shipping charge. Call 800-269-9500 right now. That's 800-269-9500. There's no gimmicks, no obligation, no automatic shipments. Stop living with pain. Call 800-269-9500 for your 1-week trial, or visit onehourpainrelief.com. That's 800-269-9500.
Today's interview is the Kelonn-Darnell interview, and I'm definitely your host, dini-mussolini. And guys, you can pretty much quote me on this permanently. It is unbelievable, radical, when people making the music you like are equally just as cool, awesome, and mysterious. Kelonn-Darnell literally have a lock on how to rock it out in this genre, delivering track after track of music purely identifiable as both what he likes and what he does. And guys, he does it well. And to prove those doubters of the rap and hip-hop wrong, you know what? They're not all bassy and wavy and partying and next door and, yeah, I just made that joke. Behind the scenes of the music. Maybe the genre has been misunderstood by the masses for this long time since it has surfaced, but we'll be able to set the record straight on this episode today. I think so. What else can I say? Him and I have bonded. Not like Kumbaya style, but like musically. You know, I like the tech stuff. I like the money stuff. I like the fast car. I like the stuff you can't buy. And the women. All weekend, I've had his music slapping in my ear hole. Now, you know me well, guys. I discover new music and new artists organically, but I do understand the wave of things, and sometimes talent is right around the corner. So Kelonn's content is definitely current and hip, so to speak. Just know that I dig the sounds of Kelonn-Darnell. It's going to be a complete privilege to talk to this dedicated and skilled singer, songwriter, rapper. And with that, my friends, let's invite him on to the show. I'm going to call him KD. You're now live in the mix with all of us. How's it going and how are you feeling?
What's going on, man? What up?
Chilling, man. How's the weather where you at?
It's good, man. It's a great day. I'm blessed, so can't complain. It's a great day, man.
That's great to hear, man. All right, man. So KD, man, for the people out there who aren't acquainted with you just yet, let's get a history from you. Like, where did music all start for you?
I'm originally from Dallas. At a young age, I got to writing poems, songs that, I would just play around with my friends and hang out at school with my friends and buddies and have them singing the little songs that I would make up. So that's really where my passion for it became. I really always felt like I was an entertainer, so that was kind of my go-to. Music was kind of my release to entertain, but also tell like a story. So that's kind of how I got my start.
Definitely. So, having been on the scene, a reason to go and then a reason to come back and stay. Well, I read in your bio where you took a small break, and now you're back at it and more focused than before. What advice do you have for the young independent artists out there?
Stay confident in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we want to get caught up in the wave and what's popular right now, but that might not necessarily be your lane. So for me, it was all about taking some time to understand who I am as a person, as an artist, and staying in my lane. So that would be my advice. Stay in your lane, stay creative. The world needs to hear your voice, so don't compromise to what you hear right now. Continue to be what you are.
Definitely. And man, like personally, like when you're going through life and you're growing, it's not only, just doing the routine thing of living, job, make money, afford this, afford that, but those years teach you something about the last year that you just went through.
Definitely.
Having given that, is there something that you wish you had done differently during the last time when you first started in music that maybe you can say that can help new acts out there to avoid?
I would really say, just back to what I was saying, I really got involved in what was going on right now, what was popping right now, when I was already making original good music that a lot of people was feeling. And so I ended up blending in instead of standing out because I was so worried about the wave. So, I mean, that's really the advice I give people that are getting into this, is make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, which is whatever it is that got you started. And then also make sure you're not compromising yourself for what's popular right now, what's the fad right now, because at the end of the day, what you do is for you, and it defines who you are. So you don't want to compromise yourself trying to be popular or trying to be popping, because then you end up getting lost and something that's deep in you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was for me. I had to pull myself back and realize, like, I have deeper content than this, or I make better music than this. Let's not get caught up in what's hot right now, what the wave is right now. Let's be original. Let's be me.
Man, that's an interesting point. Like, how long did you take off?
I probably haven't put out music in probably 4 years.
4 years. So during those 4 years, were you just, living the normal life? Well, actually, your life is not that normal, but yeah, man, I check out your Facebook and your Instagram, and you're far from normal. You're in the tech, so I know how that can definitely keep you, how can I say it, current, because that's a whole nother world, a whole other class of people as well. But given those 4 years, were you just, living your life, doing what you got to do, or did you just sit back and analyze yourself and grow as a person before you got back in the studio?
For me, I think it was more of I was busy with other projects. Of course, in the tech world, there's always so much going on, so I was involved in that. I was trying to see and do as much as I possibly could, but also I needed some time to really just reflect on, who I was as a person before I could begin opening up on who I am as an artist. And I felt like I haven't done that in my life, from my childhood to all the way up to now. I haven't had time to really sit and evaluate myself and see where I was at as a person. So I took the time to do that as well, and I just really shied away from going to a studio or even picking up the phone to produce something or master anything or mix anything. I just really wanted to step far away from music as possible and find out, what it was inside of me that was stopping me from being who I wanted to be musically and as a person.
Definitely. At this point in your life now, are you complete? Like, do you have any more steps to complete before, everything's full surface?
No, I'm not even close to complete. That's the reason for the project. I think the project was a reintroduction to the work that I have to go. You know what I'm saying? It really was like the jump start of a new beginning, but I'm definitely far from complete. I have a long, long, long way to go. So that was the purpose of this project. And I think with the more music I drop, you'll start seeing the progress of this project to the next 3 projects. You'll hear, the progression of what I'm going through in my life, what I'm going through mentally, even physically. People are telling me I look different, so I'm going through a physical change. So, I mean, I'm far from complete, but I'm definitely blessed and happy with, where I am right now.
Definitely. You working out?
Definitely working out, man. Definitely working out. Getting in that gym and trying to make it happen, so.
That will give you a complete makeover. Staying positive, eating the right diet, working out, that will give you a complete makeover. So I think that's what people noticing, man. They noticing that light shining off of you.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm going for, man. I just want to be an influence for the next person, or to the person that sparks the next person, because with music, it's just so many avenues that open up with it. So, I've been able to produce for some younger artists. I've been able to write for some artists. I've been able to, sit in and redirect some visual projects as well. So it's cool. It's a great feeling when people feel that positivity from you. They want to work with you. They want to be around you, and you're able to, be a blessing in their life as well by, giving them game on what you've been through and what you know. So it's been fun.
Definitely. So let's talk music, man. I'm not here to Oprah you, make you open up and shed a few tears. But so let's hear this from you, man. Since you are the primary writer, or probably only writer for this new EP, Deposits, can you tell us some details about the origin of these songs? Working with the producer Juicy Beats on production. I think he's from New York, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's kind of crazy. A guy from Texas hooking up with a producer from New York. So you can imagine the flavor. I heard a lot of the cuts, man, on your SoundCloud, and the two flavors didn't mix well. His production was not so wavy. It had some real substance in it.
Right.
So I was definitely digging that. So who engineered it? And also, how was it developed and created into what it is now?
Me and a guy named Adam Rich out of Ohio. He's the one who engineered the project, a great engineer. He really functions in rock, so that's the reason why I wanted to go to him. I didn't want to deal with a rap engineer or R&B engineer, because I wanted it to be loud and kind of attack your ears when you were listening to it, but at the same time have the smoothness in the production, which led me to Juicy. I'm a fan of his work. He's been doing this thing for a long time, and I'm really into the 90s era of music. I feel like that was like the greatest era of music for me.
Oh, yeah.
So me and him had that same vision and that same idea. So him being from New York, a lot of my favorite artists from New York, so it just made sense. Everything just made sense. And the way I was writing this project and what I was going through when I was writing this project, when I was speaking with him about it and kind of putting him inside on what was going on, it just vibed. It just felt right. So I had 1,000 producers who wanted to be a part of this project, but I just decided to go with Juicy for every song on the project, just because he's a talented artist as well, and I just felt like the vibe was there, and I was going to be able to tell the story the right way with him on the beat.
Definitely. What story are you telling exactly?
I feel like it's too many people that are rapping about, things that are not their life, you know what I'm saying, for the purpose of entertainment, and that's cool, you know what I'm saying, like, there's no disrespect to that, but I want to show people where I'm from and what I'm about, that there is there is a lot of value in valuing yourself, and there's a lot of value in originality, and there's a lot of good times and things that we don't even think about on a daily basis. That's a great time, like you were saying earlier. You got to stop and look around and see what you're doing, because you don't even realize how great your life is because we're so busy looking at TV and what everybody else is doing and how everybody else is living. We're not even stopping to take the time to look at our own lives and say, damn, you know, I'm really living a lit life. This is lit, you know, without any made up stories or, you know, no killing or nothing like that. You won't hear none of that on any of these projects, any of these songs. So that's what I wanted to paint a picture for people. That's like, yo, I wanna listen to rap music all the time, but I'm not killing people every day, or I'm not, you know, I'm not in the hood no more. You get what I'm saying? Right. That's really what it was for me. Like, not backtracking, but like just appreciating where I'm at right now.
Yeah. I mean, do you look down on artists who live in the retrospect at times?
Nah, you can't, because I feel like all music is important, man. We need every artist's voice. You know, you need to hear what's going on in the hood if you're not in the hood, and if you are, you need that representation, or you need to know what's going on with people that's really got that kind of money, or really drive that car, really live that life. Like, I feel like we need all of that. All of that art is important. So now I could never look down on any artist that's putting out music. The art form itself is so dope to me. You go through my iPhone, you go through, you know, my music collection, you're gonna be like, what does he like? Because I got everything on there. So
what's everything, Katie?
Man, anything from Davey, let's see, this new Davies I'm really sitting with. I like this Lil Uzi. I like this Jay-Z, but I got a lot of Prince, a lot of Kanye West. Who else? I mean, the list just goes on. Wiz Khalifa, Juicy J, who else? Rick Ross, Playboy Cardi. So, I mean, like, I think all that music is necessary. You need that club music. You need that street music. You need that in your feelings music. You need all of that. All of that is necessary for the art and for the culture.
Definitely. Now, I know I've gone off, you know, script for a bit every now and then, but, you know, your story is so interesting. When it came to deposits, I know some artists, they'll shy away from listening to the normal music they listen to or the radio, and they'll just, you know, shut themselves off from music completely and just vibe with, you know, thousands of beats. Or they, you know, they would hear something like a Andre 3000 or a Jay-Z 444, and they get inspired to make something, I wouldn't say similar, but out of that spirit or energy that came from those albums. Did something influence deposits, or were you one of those artists that just locked themselves away with, you know, 1,000 beats to, you know, create your story?
I think it was a mix of both. I think for me it was listening to what was going on around me, but then also being really private in my recording and in my writing process. So it was a little bit of a mix of both.
Cool deal. So based off a few tweets here and there, and maybe some Facebook posts here and there, I'm looking into your background on social media sites. And I'm wondering, well, what I see is your outlook that seems to reflect a somewhat protective personality. Maybe a few lyrics from songs here and there. And it gives me an impression like there's a brick wall up, you know, and no one can touch the hem of the boss, you know. Like when Jesus walked through the crowd and the lady touching, you know, the hem of his garment and stuff like that. That's the sense that I'm getting, that maybe your background story paints a bigger picture, or why that I think that you may have some protective personality. Is that the real you? Am I hitting the nail? Am I hitting the nail on the head?
I feel like it to a sense, yeah. I like to stay private, and I like to stay to myself, and I like to let people make their own assumptions. I've heard that I'm too cocky, I'm too arrogant. I've heard that I'm too quiet, or I talk too much. So I've heard so many different things that I just kind of like to stay to myself and not correct it. I just like to let people feel and think what they want to think. So
are you a Gemini?
No, I'm not a Libra.
That's the Ram, right?
I really don't even know. I really don't know.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, like that's really just what it is for me. Like, people say that I'm very private, and then some would say I'm very outspoken, or I'm very outgoing, or I'm very arrogant or I'm very quiet. So I get a lot of different responses on what people feel I am. So.
And you just let the responses stay as they are.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like
cool.
I feel like that's what's so cool about art is everybody's perception is so different that an artist can paint a picture and it's like it can mean 10 different things to 10 different people. That's what I like to think of my life. You know, I see how people approach me. I see how people talk to me and what they like about me, what they don't like about me. But I'm not here to like change anybody's perception of me. I'm here to just give them that opportunity to have an opinion, and I think it's dope that they do.
Okay. So let's talk about being real for a second. How much of your real life, everything that you've experienced, is being written into these songs?
I get writer's block super quick, so like 100% of it is what I go through, what's on my mind, what's really going on around me, because like I'm not the type of person who can just sit in a room, grab a pen, hear a beat, and get to write. I'm the kind of person that's like, I could be doing something that like, damn, that was crazy, and then I'll write something. Or I could be doing something like, yo, that was really messed up, or that didn't go how I wanted it to go. So then I start writing. I'm not the type of person who can sit around and just turn the beat on and I'm going to just make up a story. So most of it is really just what I go through in my everyday or what I've been through or what's next for me.
Wow. Man, that's dope. That's dope. So, what gives you the courage to do that? And, you know, wear your heart on the sleeve. I mean, like, going through your music would be like almost like a biography, autobiography, right?
Right.
So, what gives you the courage to do that, to be so open?
I just feel like, you know, it's easier. You know what I'm saying? It's easier. And I feel not bad, but I just, you know, I always want more for a person who's presenting themselves as something they're not. Because it's like, you know, we could really like the real you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could really be into who you really are, but you're not even giving us a chance to see that person. Or we could really hate you, you know, for who you really are, and that's dope in itself anyway. So that's how I like to approach it, and that's how I do things, and that's the reason why I move with that, with my emotions on my sleeve and that chip on my shoulder and that flair about me. I keep it authentic because for every person that listens, for every person that likes it, it's like they really like me. You get what I'm saying? And that's a good feeling, especially when you come from where I come from. They really like me. That's a good feeling. And then when somebody, like, you know, say, I don't like him, you know, well, then you know that that's not the person for you because they really don't like you. So it's crazy how many people are hated on, and it's not even who they really are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or it's crazy how many people are loved for something that's not even what they really about or what they really stand for. So I try to be the complete opposite of that. Like, if you like it, then you like me, then I appreciate it. And if you don't, well, I thank you for listening. But we just keep it moving like that. I'm not going to change it up.
Definitely.
So that's really what it is.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. That's really where I was at with that.
Do you ever get like anybody from your past, like maybe ex-girlfriends or old friends saying, you know, call you like, hey, are you talking about me in this song?
All the time. And it's like, first of all, I am. Secondly, it's like 9 times out of 10, I don't really answer to people about my music, or I don't really give explanations. Like, when you listen to it, you know it's real if it's talking about you. So all the time, I write about exes, old friends who, you know, I thought was really my friends who wasn't. Even if it was business, if I did business with you and it didn't go well, I mean, you can expect to hear your name, or you can expect to hear a song, a verse about you, because that's what I pull from.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been burnt in music business?
Numerous amount of times, but for me, I always say, you know, that's the music business, you know. That's how I go, you know. For me, I like to tell people, you can't get caught up. You can't dwell on it or get caught up in it or have too much pity for yourself. I like to say, profit over pity. You can't sit around and have too much pity for yourself. You just got to learn from it and grow. It's no way to learn. There's no better teacher than experience, is what I say. So you just got to go through it. So I've been through it. I've had writers not credit. I've had artists not credit me. I've had producers not credit me. I've engineered projects that I've not been credited on, and I wrote for people that I ain't get the credit, or they blew up and I haven't received nothing, or they ain't spoke on me in years. So I've been through that, but I try to stay away from that crab in a barrel mentality. So I don't need to climb up on nobody else to shine. I just let them do them, you know. And then when they come back, it's like now the fee is crazy now. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, well, now he acting Hollywood, or now he acting like he all that or something. But it's just like, you can only burn me once.
Yeah. So what's the greater picture for your music?
Fun. I just want to get to that place in my life. My life has been a hard life. So for me, everything from here on out is going to be fun. It's going to be a good time, period. I don't even go in the studio no more if it's not fun, if I'm not having a good time, period. Even if I'm making content that's necessarily about sad times, that's just a reminder of where I was at, but where I'm never going back. So everything I do is for fun. Everything now is for good times and laughs and smiles and getting money. That's what I feel like the whole purpose of deposits was. It's like deposits is when you putting something in. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at in my life, where everything around me, you got to be putting something in, whether it's financially, mentally, physically, whatever it is, you got to be putting something in, or you can't be around. That's what deposits was for me.
Definitely. I don't know, man. We might have to get Oprah on you. You know, talk about these hard.
Yeah, man.
We'll say that for another show.
Right.
So, tell us about your tech side. Man, I ran this Radio Shack franchise for a few years, and I always loved tech, man. So what's your story with tech?
I've been the same way. I've been into tech for a while. My brother really, growing up with him, it was like a competition about who knew what was the newest gadget, or who knew how to work the newest machine, or do this or do that. So like, that's always been where I'm at. But I really got involved in it when I saw the business aspects of it, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. You know, when I started reading how much money people was making and the difference they was making, and you know, how Silicon Valley was really, like, how popping it was. I mean, it's like the Coachella for technology. Like, you coming across so many different things that can change the world, and it's so cool to get to be a part of that. So that's really what interested me in tech, and I was like, yo, I got to get in on the ground floor with something. I didn't even care what it was. I was like, yo, if it's a robot, if it's a talking spoon, whatever it is, like, I got to get on the ground floor. So that's how I came across ELAC, and really that's really a international thing that's going on, helping European countries affected by like floods and things of that nature, be able to respond to you know, surrounding help, to get help or let people know they're in distress. So I thought it was a cool device, and then I thought it was really cool to get to go in and engineer how it looked, and that's really where it started for me, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So are you a developer or a seller, or both?
I'm both, which is cool to say. I actually get to do both. So
you can solder and everything.
Right.
Oh.
so that's what's fun for me. Like, I get to do both, and I don't have to, you know, say, well, you know, how am I going to push this product, or how am I going to do certain things? It's like, I don't have to do that, because I get to do both. I get to design it, and I get to push it.
Man, that's nice. So I've taken a look to see what's coming up for your live show aspect. Is there anything coming up or booked for you soon?
I've been getting a ton of bookings. I haven't really sat down yet and went over everything, but like, definitely I'm trying to finish this short film first that I'm working on. So it's gonna be a short film.
Tell us about that.
If you can. Yeah, definitely. It's gonna include all the music that you hear on deposits. So I wanted to go in. I was like, you know, I need visuals. How do I want to do this? And then I was like, I can make a music video like everybody else, or I can sit down and really get in my pen and write out a short story. So I sat down with some developers and some really, really great film directors who won Sundance festivals and came up with a great concept. So that's what we're doing now. So once that's done, I'm gonna start, you know, popping up doing these shows. But yeah, the bookings have been nuts right now, and I'm really excited about the progress and attention the project has gotten me. So soon I'll be popping out with the schedule and the tour and all the dates and locations, and I'll definitely be hitting you back up to let you know about that as well. But
all right,
at this point in time right now, we're just really focused on that short film.
Man, so that's dope. Not only do they get a dope EP, but they also get some type of a small movie to go along with it. So if they wanted to, they can actually follow along with your story, like some type of open book situation. That is genius. Yeah, that is genius. Oh wow, man, I'm too excited for that. Now I definitely want to see this short film, man. Does it have a title?
It's gonna be Deposits.
Dope.
Yeah, it's literally gonna be like if you press play on the project, you'll be able to actually view some of the short film because the music will blend right in, and then of course have its scenes and things like that. But it's definitely gonna feed right off of the project into a visual.
That's dope, man. If you ever get any T-shirts developed with just the word Deposits on there with that $, I definitely want one.
Yeah, I definitely gonna link you up with some merch for sure. That's what we're working on right now, getting that pressed up. So we got to get you some merch for sure.
Definitely. Have you ever performed a live show?
Yeah, I've done a ton of live shows and been a part of production on a ton of live shows. So for me, it's really about just the timing. I really want to get to a place where like the people that are there, they really are into the music a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I really want them to be invested into the music a certain way. So it's just like, damn, the show is crazy because I'm not the type that's going to get on stage and rap a few songs to you and then get off stage. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Everything I do is a production, so I want people to be able to be involved in it as much as possible. So that's just what it is. It's just making sure that we rebuild the brand and revamp the brand a certain way where it's like people really excited about doing it and really want to be there and a part of it.
See, that's that techie side of you, making sure everything works like a machine. And they said make sure the shows are like a production. So do you write your music with that in mind, like how it's going to play out on stage?
Definitely, yeah. Like I write a song, I make sure that when I'm performing it, that I either got the drops to make it happen, or the stage to make it happen, or the props to make it happen, or the stage presence or energy to make it happen. So yeah, everything is a wheel. So that's what I try to tell artists. Like, if you're just going into the studio recording music and putting it out, man, like, good luck, because that's not gonna take you there. You gotta be thinking bigger and better. And a lot of times what happens is our artists, you'll see this all the time, our artists will get stupid hot. Like they'll drop a single or a tape or something and they burn, and then out of nowhere it's like people are like, well, we want more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We want more. And it's like, well, they're not able to give you more because they didn't plan for more.
Yeah.
So I never try to go that route. I make sure, everything is, we full circle. So if you want YouTube, then you go on YouTube. If you want SoundCloud, then you go on SoundCloud. Soon, if you want iTunes, then you go on iTunes. If you want the live performance, then you show up. If you want merch, you go on the website and you get it. Like that's the brand I want to create. I don't want to leave no stones unturned.
Yeah, and that's a smart thing to do because people have so many different preferences. You gotta reach all of them.
Exactly. I mean, it's dope though. It's dope. Yeah. I think that's the funnest part of doing it is connecting with people in so many different aspects and different lanes. So.
Yeah. So speaking of that, tell me about the first time you've heard a track that you recorded being played by someone else, like on the radio maybe, or in someone's car, or you call somebody and they are playing your song in the background. That's the best thing though. Or even someone's ringtone.
It was real cool. This is a long time ago. When I was just popping out these little songs, I was recording in my bedroom. I was trying to talk to this girl at the mall, and man, like I walked up to her and I started talking to her, whatever, got her number, whatever. So we go hang out one day, and she was like, "Yo, go with me somewhere," and I was like, "All right, cool." Like I can't remember exactly where we was going, but I was like, "All right, cool." So I get in her car, and she turned on some music. And she started playing it. This was when MySpace was popping at the time. And so she started playing this song that me and my homeboy made. And she was like, I don't know who these two dudes are, but they really like go so hard. And it was so crazy because I just got on the phone and called my homeboy immediately. And we just started screaming and laughing, like acting a fool because we was that excited. Like I really did not know who this girl was, like, you know, like that. So like to hear somebody saying, oh yeah, it's these two dudes, I don't know who they are, but they're really like hot. It was just like, damn, it was a damn moment for me. Like I can't. It was dope, and then I was like, yo, that's me, and she was like, that ain't you. Like that's what made it even cooler. It was like, man, that's not even you. Like that's not you.
Yeah, man, ain't that crazy though? Like you could tell somebody, oh, that's me rapping there, and it's like, nah, that ain't you. Like, why you don't think that's me? You don't think I'm capable of being that great, or what?
I don't know. I just think it was just I think it was just the randomness of it too. It was just like, yo, that's me. And it's like, that man, like, is he lying or is he telling the truth? And then like eventually, you know, she found out it was me, and it was dope. It was cool. But yeah, that's. I mean, I think that's what I do it for. I do it for like stories like that. Like I do it to be excited about my music. I don't care about like. I really don't get into it for like the notoriety or people just being like, yeah, this dude is famous. Or I do it because I love to do it, and it's tight if you listen to it and you like it. And if you don't, it's like cool. At least you listen to it. But I don't really go into it with no expectations. Like right now, just looking at how well it's doing right now on SoundCloud, like it's doing crazy numbers that I didn't even expect. But I think that's why it's doing crazy numbers because I wasn't impressed about it doing crazy numbers. So.
Yeah. Now you're the one that have a plan, and you know you don't have any expectations, I guess, to be prepared for. But what if it does happen? What if like the 50 Cent Mania thing happened? You know, just a 3-year wave of nothing but 50 Cent. What if that happens for you? Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, I got the content and I got the ambition and the skill, and I got the team around me to make that happen. And I think it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna happen. I'm just not concerned if it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But I do definitely think it's gonna happen, just based off of what I'm seeing right now. I mean, we're talking about 7-8 days now at 600,000 plays. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And so I got so many producers, so many artists, so many people that's like blowing me up right now. Like, yo, we got to do some work. So it's like I plan on putting out 100 new projects by this time this year, whether it be features, whether it be songs, whether it be videos, whatever, because the response has been so heavy that I just feel like it's not time to slow down. It's time to just keep pushing it out and keep doing it and keep networking and keep moving. So, I definitely feel like it's gonna happen, but I'm just not concerned if it doesn't. I mean, I do the music because it's helping me express myself in a way that, I normally don't. I don't talk to people about what I go through. I just go into a studio and write what I feel. So it's going to happen, but we just not worried about it if it doesn't, because we got so much more to go and so much more to do that if this one don't pop, the next one will, and if that one don't pop, the next one will. But we're going to stay consistent, and we're going to give people what they want. But we also don't stay true to what we do and who I am. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm definitely looking forward to your journey. So I definitely want to say thank you, man, for taking the time to do this interview with us. We got one last thing here for you, which is the Vigilantes Radio Open Floor. Actually, 2 more things. And here's where you can shout out anything else that comes to mind, anything at all. Best of luck to you out there in the radio and music world, my friend. Oh, yeah, you're also a radio personality, right?
Yes, man. So I will definitely be KO7V for iHeartRadio, representing London, England, Ultra's Vibes. I'll be doing a couple of segments on that show as well. So definitely just this music thing is serious for me, and I love every aspect of it. And radio, I feel like it's super important, and podcasts and all of that is super, super important to the culture. So. Definitely look forward to getting in that, and you'll be hearing about that as well. I'll be shooting that information to you as well. So, shout out Ultra Vibes Media, everybody in Well Invested who's behind this project and will push the project. Anybody that's trying to get in contact with me or reach out with me to do any kind of work or any kind of projects, follow me at kelonn-darnell.com. That's the website. And then the Twitter is at kelonn-darnell. Facebook, the same thing. Instagram at kelonn-darnell. So hit me up, man. I'm listening to everything. I'm jumping on every single track that I get sent. We doing it just like that. We showing love to everybody that's showing love back. So
dope. And guys, just in case you didn't catch those links, I did all the work for you. I typed them out. All you have to do is click on them in the description of the show, and it'll take you right to them. Thank me later. Nah, thank me now. Go ahead, check it out. We'll be playing some music in just a second from kelonn-darnell. So while the music,
kelonn-darnell.
Thank you for correcting kelonn-darnell.
Yeah.
That's why I said I would call you KD, because I knew I was saying it wrong.
Listen, everybody messes it up, but it's okay. We gonna get to a place where everybody remember how to say it right. So that just means I gotta keep working. Yeah. Once I get there, everybody gonna know it. So, but I appreciate you, man. I definitely do.
Definitely, man. All right, guys, after the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the hot seat, and our fans love this part of the segment, and of course, along with the actual interview, but the audience get to hear either some good old singing, maybe a poem, inspirational speech, spoken word, maybe KD will freestyle rap for us, maybe tell us a joke or two, or share a real cool story from his past, get our Oprah on, or even whip out a live instrument play for us. Well, the choice is to make from our special guests. Well, you never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight, and today we'll find out if he have what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. But for right now, we have, this is the song that I dig out of all of them. It is called My Life Intro. We'll be right back.
Feel me? So when you're losing, all they ask you to do is win. As soon as you start winning, they got their hand out. Feel me? If this too deep for the intro, I'll find another use. Walked in the dealership and bought another coupe. Biggest boss in Dallas, baby, you won't find another. It get hard in the streets, so I pray for my brothers. Even though we'll never speak, I still pray for my mother. Cause in the end, all we got in this world is each other. R.I.P. to Phyllis, baby, you was a blessing. I hold on to every lecture, every lesson. When I'm out here stressing, in the streets finessing. Came up from hard times, why you think I be flexing? Rolex watch on my wrist like I ain't come from shit. My teacher said I wouldn't be shit, but I ain't never quit. Niggas love to hate, niggas love to diss. But your mama house is on the foreclosure list. Damn, I hope you doing better. While you watching me, you need to get your shit together. Hating on me for reasons that I'll never know. Hope that hate in your heart, one day you let it go. Pray to God for advancement, I'm out here trying to grow. 240,000, I still got more to go. Visitation restrictions, can't even see my child. Baby mama jealous, courtrooms playing foul. False allegations trying to hurt my situation. I just hope one day my daughter get this information. Until then, get this money and stay in my lane. Sipping champagne to cover my pain. Trying to maintain with a lot on my brain. Invested in myself, I'ma shit on these lames. Took a trip out to London, it's just me and my lady. Came back to a bow on a brand new Mercedes. Wake up, count bands in my Gucci robe. Get my home in order, then I'm right back on the road. Drop top, Beamer rolling down McKinney Ave. Name a bad bitch in Dallas I ain't already had. My life a win, little nigga no pretend. Take them L's on the chin, never going broke again. This all I got, so I work and I pray to the Lord. Forgive my sins, tryna work my way up on the Forbes. The old kings can't move, call it a checkmate. Don't gotta like my music, just make sure that check great. Businessman, fuck a friend who can't understand. Lost deals in the past cause of another man. Gotta focus on mine, we gon' be rich forever. The best part of it all, we gon' be rich together. If I don't pick up, baby, leave me your message. Lord Walker, shit talker, well invested. If I don't pick up, baby, leave me your message. Lord Walker, shit talker, well invested. Well invested. Lord Walker, shit talker, well invested. You feel me? You feel me? Well invested.
Are you living with pain? I was, after a nasty fall. I got relief with 1 hour pain relief. I'm Barry Yarconi, president, and here's Lisa, a Marine who was injured in Iraq.
After surviving an explosion, I was on horrible painkillers for lingering head, shoulder, back, and knee pain. But I hated the dangers and side effects. My friend told me about 1 hour pain relief, and now I'm off the drugs.
1 hour pain relief is the result of 15 years of research on an amazing extract from hops, the plant used to flavor beer.
Whether your pain is from an injury or just aging, you get safe, all-day relief in less than 1 hour.
We're so sure you'll love 1 hour pain relief, too, that we'll send you a 1-week trial for just a small shipping charge. Call 800-269-9500 right now. That's 800-269-9500. There's no gimmicks, no obligation, no automatic shipments. Stop living with pain. Call 800-269-9500 for your 1-week trial or visit onehourpainrelief.com. That's 800-269-9500.
Hey, and we're back live again. That was kelonn-darnell with his song My Life Intro. That song is too real. If you couldn't feel that, I don't know what's wrong with you. You know, maybe your feelings all clogged up or whatever. But man, that track is dope. That's been my favorite record off the project so far. He has a lot of bangers, but this one is the one that tops the cake for me, definitely. The beat is there, the production is there, the lyrics are there, the structure and the connections are solid. I mean, he hit that one. Definitely. All right, guys, I don't know about you, but maybe it's because of where I came from and how I was raised. I think very quick on my feet, so I'm actually good in any hood, like what a lot of rappers say. And it's not because of, well, I won't say that. Let's just say I can adapt to my surroundings very quickly. I can blend in. So a change of scenery is what I want to tell you guys. I love to travel, and it doesn't matter if it's for business or pleasure. I travel a lot with the show. I travel a lot with concerts, doing a lot of things. I just like the act of going someplace different for a little while. It opens my mind in a way that nothing else can. Centuries ago, traveling was an exotic undertaking. Travelers were exposed to completely different cultures and were totally cut off from their home. That is not the case today. With the incredible advances in communications, the internet, you can travel without ever losing contact with those at home. The places you go are not as exotic because they are now worldwide, interconnected cultures that will serve you a Big Mac with fries just about anywhere. Well, we don't eat that because we're vegan, but for you meat lovers out there, you're taken care of. Me, I have to go on a farm somewhere and grab a carrot or, rabbit food, but that's all good because we're good, okay? But still, travel is like a mind-opening experience. If you stay in the same place all the time, it's easy to get in a rut. You drive the same route to work every day. You stop at that same convenience store for coffee. You read the same newspaper. You see the same weather person on TV. You sleep in the same bed every night and know exactly how to get to the bathroom in the dark. Traveling tends to shake things up, makes you think on your toes, especially when you have a flat tire and you have no one to call because you don't have a jack with you, or your battery dies in your car and you don't have any jumper cables. I mean, those things happen, but you have to look for those things, and you have to look for that new convenience store so you can grab your coffee when you're in a new place. The weather is a little different, the air smells a little funny, and you're exposed to new writers in that newspaper that you just picked up. And the little things you take for granted are no longer there. The subtlety encourages you to examine all of your assumptions. That is a healthy exercise for your brain and your lifestyle. A change of scenery can clear out the cobwebs in your mind and help you see things in a different light. And if you really want to, you can travel without ever leaving home. What are you talking about, Dini? Okay, I'll tell you. Try driving to work using a different route. Or try being a tourist in your own town. You discover so many stories you never knew was there. Yeah. There are probably lots of tourist attractions in your area that you've never been to. Going to them will help you see your city as a visitor would, and that in itself can give you a healthy change of perspective. If you want to keep your mind open, never pass up the opportunity to travel, and always look for ways to avoid getting in a rut. I have so many friends who have never left their side of the town. Yeah, I mean, they're in their 30s and 40s, and they've never traveled outside of their own sector. You know, you ask them, have you checked out the new mall that opened up in the next county? Nope. Why? I don't know what's out there. Yeah, I've heard that before. Like, yo, that's like 15 miles. You can get there in like 10 minutes. What do you mean you never traveled over there? Just haven't. And it baffled me, like, yo, you're content with this? You can do this every day? I mean, you get up, you go to work, you go to the same job, you go to the same church, you come home and sleep in the same bed, and then you get up and do it over again. Almost 7 days a week. How is that living? It baffled me that, you know, there's places in their own town that they haven't even been in because they haven't left the hood. Yo, don't do that to yourself. This world that we live in is massive. So many different things you need to see and experience before it's all said and done. Nobody survives life. Nobody. There's no saga to it. Once it's over, it's over. Your energy passes. You're done. You may come back as a cat or something if you believe that, but the you as you know it, you're done. That's it. Don't let life pass you by that way, that you don't get a chance to experience these things. And watching it on TV is not experiencing it. It is not. It's not the same as living it, you know? Don't do that to yourself. The world is too massive and too beautiful for you not to soak in that wonderfulness. Waking up in a different city, seeing a different sunset, you know? That's the cool thing about life, that you have a choice and an opportunity to do those. Don't let where you come from decide your future. I come from the slums. That didn't decide who I was going to be. I could have been, you know, the regular guy on the street corner, but my choices, I had that opportunity to make a choice to change it. And so do you. Products of society don't exist in my book because you have that sole choice. It's your responsibility. If it's not for you, for your kids at least, let them know, you know. All right, let's go ahead and bring the man of the hour back on. Kelonn, you're now live in the mix with all of us and in our hot seat. What do you have for us?
Normally I like to, you know, spit some music and talk a little bit about where I come from, but I think you hit it on the nail, bro. I think you kind of covered exactly where my mind is always at and what I try to tell people. So I just want to take the time to let everybody in Houston know I got a lot of friends and family in the Houston area. You know, we're praying for y'all that everything is okay, and you know, please hit me up if you need anything. We already donated. We already making sure that everything is taken care of from my team and from my camp. But if you need anything, please reach out. Let us know how you're doing. That's it for me, though, man. Like, I think you pretty much hit it on the nail, man. Where you start is not where you finish, and that's my slogan.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Man, kelonn-darnell, everybody. Man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate the good music and the good positive.
I appreciate y'all having me on, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. It's surely a blessing. Everything that we got new coming up, we definitely gonna shoot your way for sure.
All right, man. Cool deal.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab it from either Spreaker.com/only1media group, iTunes, YouTube, the app called Podcast Addict, or our website, which is only1mediagroup.com, and that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or send something for us to play, email it to theradio@only1mediagroup.com. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre-free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay, but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, something you got to deal with. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, dini-mussolini, I appreciate you guys for tuning in either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. And also special thanks to our guests for joining us. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr. We are all over. Just connect with us and we do follow back. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely freaking great at just doing that. Peace.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.